Manipur, the bejeweled land, is tucked away between lush green hills of northeast India. Indeed, it has preserved many jewels of the ancient culture of India. The people of Manipur had a unique tradition of worship through the ecstasy of dance. They believed that they were the descendants of Gandharvas, celestial musicians, and they sought communion with the divine through music and dance. The ancient faith of the people of Manipur blended elements of ancestor worship, Shaivism and Tantric cults. They celebrate the Lai Haroba, literally meaning the merriment of the deities. The festival begins with the summoning of the spirit of the deity from the water. It is a unique and joyous form of worship where the entire community comes together to express their devotion through dance. These dances are not performances but are an essential and integral part of religious practice.
Lai Harauba, if we look at it scientifically, it is expressing the creation of the art. The life begins from the water. That is how it expresses. Then the belief, how the society, how man became man, then how the society was being created. These are all expressed in the Lai Harauba. Lai Harauba is a way of life of the people of Manipur.
When we speak about the dances, we cannot separate dance from our lives, our worship. In fact, according to Manipuri legends, even the whole universe was created to dance and music. This is a very interesting thing portrayed in the ancient, very ancient theatre form called the Lai Harauba, which may perhaps be one of the oldest living religious theatre traditions in the world. In fact, Manipuris always worship their gods and goddesses through dance and music.
The Bhakti cult of Vaishnavism spread throughout India in the medieval period. This believes in a very direct and personal love of the Lord. The soul of man is seen pining in separation from Him. The effort is always to lose oneself in adoration of the Lord, to become one with Him. Throughout the whole of India, this led to the blossoming of a new religious culture in which poet saints played a leading role. The 15th century saw the emergence of great saints, including Ramananda, Kabir, Vallabhacharya, Namdev and Chaitanya. The philosophy of Vaishnavism was accepted by the people all over the plains of northeastern India from the 15th century onwards. The oldest Vishnu temple in Manipur is at Bishnupur, about 35 kilometers southwest of the capital city of Imphal. It was made in 1467 in the reign of King Kiyamba. By the 17th century, the people of Manipur had embraced the philosophy of Vaishnavism. They merged it with their ancient practices and exquisite religious dances.
So some people, those who know the culture of Manipur and those who studied something of Manipur, they have said each Manipuri is an artist. Even a child, just after born, when the child is little bit conscious, when he or she can just listen or look at the mother, so mother is to start saying thudding, so just folding the hands in the artistic movement. So the child starts, it's like the Brazil, even a child, he goes with a football. So it's like that in Manipur, a child starts with thudding. Manipur, though it is a small state of the country, it has got enormous amount of cultural heritages. The traditional courtyard theatre of Manipur is the most popular form of art today. The Holi festival is the biggest festival in Manipur. People observe for 5 days the color play. There, this drum is very important. It's related with the Holi. See, it started with the mridanga, Now, the pung, the mridanga, is right from the very birth of a child till the death of a man in our Manipuri society. There is the involvement of the drums. We have, we call it pung. There are many varieties.
In Indian philosophy, it has always been believed that the aesthetic experience, when one is transported and loses oneself in the beauty of nature or of art, is an experience akin to Brahmanand itself. It is in this moment that the ego, the preoccupation with the self, appears to fade away, and we truly feel that we are a part of the divinity of existence. It is in this manner that the Manipuri worshipper wishes to lose himself entirely through a complete absorption in his dance. Vaishnavism and the Bhakti cult found here a fertile ground for the blossoming of one of the most beautiful religious traditions. Manipuris reach out in ultimate surrender and devotion to Lord Krishna by losing themselves in the ecstasy of their dance.
From the 16th century, we started organizing the beautiful Sankirtanas of Manipur, culminating in the creation of Ras Leela during the reign of Rajarshi Bhagya Chandra. You'll be interested to know that he himself was a great artist. In the first Ras Leela, he played the drums himself. And his daughter, Bimbavati, the princess, played the role of Radha. And the queen was the main leading gopi.
To the Vaishnavas of Manipur, the Sankirtan, including the Rasa Leela, is their worship and puja. All the important occasions of life are marked by the performance of the Sankirtan, be it a birth, a wedding, or a passing away. They lose their material concerns and are fully absorbed in the adoration of the deity.
Even one's own life is punctuated with these sankirtanas. When a child is born, on the 6th day, there will be Shashti Puja, then there will be Sankirtanam. It's not entertainment, it's worship, thanksgiving. Then when a child grows up, for instance, me, when I grew up, when I was about 13, I was given the sacred trait, Upanayanam. Again, another Sankirtanam. Then the third extremely important Sankirtan is performed during the wedding. In Manipur, if you go to a Manipuri wedding, you'll see that we don't go around fire. The bride and groom won't go around fire. No. Within the Sankirtana performance, bride and groom will take these circles. Sankirtana represents divinity, and we don't need fire. Then you'll be surprised that the greatest and most important Sankirtana happens after one's death, the Shraddha, the 13th or 14th day after death. Many people who are outside of this, our civilization may even find it strange that why should these people singing and dancing after somebody has died? No, it's nothing very strange. It's worship, not entertainment. This is the greatest form of worship. We call it Mahayajna. These are, in fact, greatest reflection of bhakti in a performing art, very palpable. And the whole society patronizes it. Each Sankirtan artist earns very well. In fact, they are booked all the year round because they are needed for worship, for festivals, as well as for occasions like births, weddings, and all these occasions. They are very reluctant to come out of their land because they are respected, they earn well.
The golden age of Manipuri dance came in the 18th century. King Bhagya Chandra, a devout worshipper of Krishna, wrote a treatise and codified the dances in the Govinda Sangeet Leela Vilas. Bhagya Chandra is believed to have seen Lord Krishna and his beloved Radha dancing together in a dream. He built the temple of Sri Govindji in 1776 and thus began the worship of Krishna and Radha, which continues in Manipur till today.
When it came to Ras Leela, it's one of the most picturesque, socially supported religious theatre performed only in the temples or especially erected mandapa. People don't come just to witness it. People come to worship it. It's a kind of puja for them, for darshan. In this kind of an ambience, the audiences and the performers exchange a kind of communication only experienced in the actual mandapa or the temple ambience, which you cannot find in theatres.
Krishna, the word comes from the root of akarshan, attraction. He is the personification of our attraction to the divine. It is most marvelous to see how Indian philosophic paths use the entire range of human emotions to lead us always to that which is beyond. There is no denial of human warmth in Indian worship. Even our feelings of love are used to take us in a seamless path towards divine knowledge. The word puja has sometimes been misinterpreted by European writers as prayer. Others have understood it correctly to mean adoration. Indic deities are adored with incense, water, milk, flowers, and through music and dance. In Indian thought, the material world around us and our day-to-day concerns are considered to be maya or mithya, illusions. We perceive these illusions because of our limited sensibilities. The purpose of the philosophic path is for us to be able to see the truth beyond, to lose our egos and our concerns in the material world, to rise up in awareness, to see the beauty of all that there is around us, to see that all is divine and therefore divinely beautiful, to lose ourselves in adoration of that beauty. One of the greatest embodiments of this exquisite philosophical quest is the Rasa Leela of Manipur. We are at the Govindji temple in Imphal. These are two little Krishnas who are all ready for the dance, because today there is going to be a Gosta Leela which will be performed here in the Govindji temple. Manipur is one of the very few places where these early traditions continue and flourish till today. The whole of society participates in these. For every mother, her child is after all Krishna, the focus of all her akarshan, her adoration.
When we worship Krishna, we worship just for the sake of worship, without caring for the result. They go to Ras Leela not to witness, but to pay devotion to Krishna. Gopis were just reflections of the Paramatma. They were just reflections. This idea, this philosophical idea is very much there. Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is in the pillar. Krishna is the drum. Krishna is in you. Krishna is in me.
The dances of the Ras Leela cover the life of Krishna from his childhood pranks and exploits to his dalliance with Radha and the gopis. Each dancer represents humanity's pangs of separation from the Lord and the yearning to be united with Him. All humans are like the gopis, ever seeking and desiring the Lord. The playful Lord is omnipresent and dances with all the gopis simultaneously. Each gopi dances, lost in the belief that Krishna dances with her alone. Finally, the Bhakt and the Lord are united in the dance of Krishna and Radha.
When a Manipuri Vaishnava goes to the Ras Leela, he goes to surrender entirely at the feet of Sri Krishna, to lose oneself. When a Manipuri dies, the general idea is that he goes to Vrindavan. He does not go to Vaikuntha. He goes to Vrindavan. That is the idea.
In Manipuri dance, the mood or bhava is conveyed through gentle and expressive body movements rather than only through facial expressions. The dance is a continuous flow of rounded and gentle movements which blend into one another.
However complicated a composition or choreographic pattern may be, there will never be a hard edge. No straight line, no angular movements, always one movement merging into another, giving a sense of continuity. In Ras Leela, in this way, both dancing and singing reflect the whole range of Vaishnava bhakti. Don't be surprised if the audience shed the tears of appreciation. At times they come and go prostrate in front of the Rasdhari or the Ras teacher, and both of them sharing a moment of ecstasy in tears. You don't find them clapping, shouting bravo and this kind of a thing. They don't do that.
It is believed that the ground upon which the Rasa Leela is performed becomes Vrindavan. The Bhakts keep and treasure the dust which has thus been made sacred.
The statement of Krishna, Naham vasami vaikunthe, na yogi hridayecha, mad bhakta yatra gayanti, tatra tishtami narada. This is what Krishna said. I don't stay in Vaikuntha. I don't stay in the hearts of the yogis either. Wherever my bhaktas are singing, I'm there, Narada. Bhakti may be explained in many, many different ways. And of course, all the Vaishnava Sahitya, literature, will go through very extensive deliberations, compositions and arguments. Those are for scholars. But for a simple bhakta, just fall in love with God. I believe that Manipur is certainly one of the very few pockets left on this planet where the essence of human civilization and culture is preserved, not only by the artists, by the whole society and artists together. This is extremely important. In a world where everything is commercial and where very, very popular art aimed at pure entertainment and nothing else is bombarded to our senses through all the electronic medias, time that we sat back and thought over it and find real sensitiveness, sensibility, which touches the heart, which touches the mind, and uplift us. Gopis are lovers. We are all gopis. And Krishna is the only Purusha. We are all Prakriti. Because after all, we cannot think of God in a very abstract way. Many people do that, many jnanis do it, but we bhaktas do not do that. We personalize it. Because we are human beings, we can only think of human terms. So as humans, if I have to love somebody. So my choice was love God. Why not love Him? Fall in love with Him.
Nothing is more beautiful than Krishna. The whole world is inside Krishna.